Check. All right. Hey, doing a great job on the resumes, but I want to give you some feedback. Okay. So we never use the phraseology like my, I, no. So again, remember, this is what he had, and you have to put in other phraseology from some of our other resumes, so we're not just giving him exactly what he already had, right? So that's one thing. I hate bullets that go down to 2 lines. I don't want that. So you have to come up here and do this and move this over like that. Okay, that's really long. So I would probably highlight these and then move this I mean, that's just I don't know. We have to move this over. So maybe I got to go on this side and bring it. No, why is that? Okay. Well, I'm not sure how to move that over here, but computer aided drilling mechanism. I don't know. Whatever. But now, right, we need 2 more so that we have an equal number. So, we need to go down and look and see what other things we can bring up. Logistical processes. So I could easily put in here like logistics, probably, This is just ridiculous. It can't be that long. So all right. So then you get down here, okay? This needs to be equal on both sides. So see how big, so there's like no space right here. So you got to bring that down. Okay. And now see how the end lines up there? Make sure it's equal, right? So click on this and come over, bring that in a tinge like that so that it's exactly the same on both sides. Okay, now you have to have at least, you highlight it and go here and stop, right click, paragraph, get rid of that. It's the after. That has to be at least a 3. At least. I prefer a 6. Okay, so we'll say a 3. Okay, watch the spacing in between here. Okay, so that puts that much spacing there. Now you come down and look and go, okay, I usually don't want the bullets of a job creeping onto the next page, but look, I mean, there's already a ton on here. Okay, so I look at the whole thing and I say, okay, so there's plenty of room on the back. So what I'm going to do is, since we have the room, okay, watch. Okay, so you come up here and you say, all right, I'm gonna add to this because throughout, like we said, not throughout my career I've been instrumental. Just get rid of that. Just say instrumental in providing leadership, focus, and consistency for successful well operations in line with company objectives. See, and this is whatever. You don't need to worry about this, but I'll need to tweak that with him. But it's too much about oil and gas, and we've got to make this more broad. All right. Same thing actually with these bullets. So, okay, the quote's good, but what I'm going to say is this could be pushed down so it doesn't bleed over like this. So watch. First of all, I'm going to say do this and then make it a 6. Okay. Then what I want you to do is highlight here to here, never the last bullet because you don't want space after it. Okay, let's give it a 2, so always uncheck this, double click, say a 2. Okay, that puts a little more space in here. Now if I was smart, I would have just done that all at one time and highlighted and then come down, highlighted from here to here, called that a 2. Okay, get rid of that, like that. Okay, so that pushes that down to there, right? So now this can be pushed down, 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 down. Then I bring this like this, move it up like that. Then this can just start right here on that page, and that can end like that. Okay, now you know, when it's red like that, I right click and deep wells, deep water wells, probably deep hyphen. Okay, I don't know what GOM is, so whatever. Manage, okay, this is over, so it's past tense. It's not in the job anymore, so it's really managed, designed, well engineering. I don't like ampersands, and ampersand is that, right? I don't like those, so replace all those with and. Project implementation. So quickly I could say find ampersand, right? And then replace. So here's this, right? And replace with and. So let's move it over here and look, right? So find next, right there I say replace, 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 replace. Okay, close. Okay, so now I got to go back and fix this, right? But it's just the way it is. So we just, project management is all that's needed. We don't care about that. Okay. Team building and leadership, yeah, whatever. So I want to put some better stuff in here. So we're going to go here. I'm going to copy in some stuff. Okay. I'm going to come right in here, paste this in. So like take this, okay? Cross-functional leader with exceptional communication, people skills, adept at building and mentoring high-performing teams that achieve individual organizational goals. Talent for creating process and procedure to decrease cost. Proven ability to align strategy with sales and operational initiatives, vision, mission, goals. Commit to high standard of professional excellence and client service. Okay, instrumental in providing leadership. Like, I actually think this looks like this is crap. Okay, I mean, successful well operation. No, it's too much in alignment with just oil and gas, so I'm going to get rid of that. See, okay, so see how most of this now is the new. I want you to use literally this on every single resume you give me, because it touches on all aspects. Okay, we got the first part. Okay, so that's how I want that to work. All right, so now we can come down here. And I need to still fix this. Okay, whatever. But let's come down and look at how the space. Okay, so I need to delete this back up so it comes up to where it should be. Okay, now remember, let's get rid of this. I want the spacing equal here, right? So just pull this down so that the same white space is here and here. Okay, now look at how this is a little messed up. Like drag it over, and if that's about it, then come here and just bring it over like that. Okay, now we've got all of these to there. Hold the control button down, drag it all the way down to the one just before on that one, right? And then this one all the way down to that one. Right click, paragraph, uncheck that, 2, and you know, we see it's right at the bottom. But if it popped down to page 3, then go back and undo it and do it on a 1. But look, see all these lines? That one, this one. Like, there's a ton of these I'm going to tighten up right now. And by the way, the spacing right here has to be better. So like, it's right here, there's spacing built into there. There should be no space. See, that's a 3. Get rid of it, make it a 0. Okay, then once we know there's no space, you come in front of it like this and hit the return key. That's the appropriate amount of space. Okay, same thing here. Let's see if there's some, it's right there. Get rid of the 3, 0. Okay, then come in front of it, hit the return key. That's the space that's needed. Okay, now look, it's trying to push down here, but I don't really care, because right now I'm going to say organize engineering activities, align workflow, maintain standards, adhere to timelines. Okay, whatever. Confirm project specifications, and we don't need meticulously, right? By studying performance standards, requirements, and technical studies. Acted as lead completion engineer, fine. See, but look, lead engineer for Shell, project with a headline of 1 billion, as well as delivered for completion 17 bull. That could be a career highlight, you know, for the top, because we only have like 3, so we need more. Okay, completed wells with approximately 500 pounds through first ever realization within the industry. Saved up to 18 million in cost by implementing first ever use of glass reinforced epoxy lined production tubing. You know, period. Okay, performed all WellCat assurances post from Congress to comply with Shell and regulatory standards. Period. Okay, remember, return. Left, get rid of the bullet. Significantly improve performance by anchoring and directing offshore staff to execute performance-based planning for each of the operations of the rig, resulting in 3 wells. So watch this. Watch this. This goes up here. I'm going to do a return. I'm going to hit paste. Okay. Now, significantly improved performance or resulting in 3. Okay, so the rig resulting in 3 wells being delivered best in class with a total cost savings of 100%. So watch. Come up here and say saved a total of $150 million with 3 wells being delivered best in class, and with 3 wells being best in class, while significantly improving performance by anchoring, directing offshore staff to execute performance-based planning for each of the operations on the rig. Period. Boom. Now, the space needs to be, right, return, delete, return. So that needs to be a 6, right? So you can just highlight down to there, right click, do this, 6, PT, okay? And then save a total of 150 million with 3 wells being delivered best in class. Bold that part. Now, I know you might not know grammatically how to do all this stuff, but try to do this as much as you can. Now here's an extra thing there, so hit the backspace, backspace, backspace again, so that the spacing all gets stored. And this maybe needs to move up just a tinge, okay? But line everything up. Now we've got those 4 there. Now that pushes this down here, right? But I was already looking at this saying, that could be tightened up. Analyzes production reservoir, analyzes, okay. He already did this, remember? So provided engineering development procedures and supervision of well prospects as required while performing third-party reviews of drilling plans, analyzed production, reservoir, and financial data, regarding the purchase of existing, okay, managed, past tense. The logistical process is required for both onshore and offshore operations. Okay, so that's good. Period, 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 period. Okay, bring this back up again. Okay, now we're good. So this doesn't bleed down on here. We added a career highlight. The spacing is 6 between those. Remember, from right here to here is 2s. From here to here is 2s. Okay, make sure this is brought up to the top of the page. Make sure all these are 2s. Okay, remember, starting here, going down to the second to the last bullet, right click, paragraph, bottom 1, 2, uncheck that. Okay, now you're looking at all these, and you're seeing if there's anything else that needs to be kind of tweaked. Okay, remember, a full return key to move that down when you're done. Now, see, this is way too tight right here, right? It is. So we're going to come here and hit the return key, okay, and hit the backspace to get rid of the bullet, okay. But like let's just see what's going on here, right? So you have previous experiences. Previous experience. Okay. Now we need to do this, like highlight it, right click, do this, and let's call it like an 8 and an 8 PT. Okay. See how it puts space here and here? That gives it a little more breathing room. So now you can come here and throw this over it right there. So now it covers it, but you got good space there and good space here, but it's a little too much, right? So I'm going to come here and I'm going to hit delete. Okay, and that's too tight. If I hit return again, it does that. Okay, I'm going to come here, put the cursor here, come up here, change this to a 3. See how it pulled that up and made that really small? That looks about like the same amount of space. I think it might need to go up. It's a little more here, so I'm going to go just like that. Okay, still covers the words underneath. Good space here, good space there. Maybe a little down. Okay, and then the space from there to here is great. Bachelor's in Science, Bachelor of Science. You should be like comma. Physics, comma, boom. Okay, previous experience, this all looks great. Now, at the end, you want to go like this. Highlight, look up here, make sure Calibri body and 10. If it changes to that, that means something in here is not, it's a different number. So come in here and say 10. Okay, then come over here, click here, highlight all the way up to the top right there. Calibri 10, so it's all good. Come here and there. Aha. Okay, 10. Start here, right there. Good. Here. Good. This. Good. This part right here. See, every time it's always off. Calibri 10. Okay. So that's an updated thing. I'll worry about the bulleting here because I'm going to talk to him about some of this. But see the 6s and the spacing and how that needs to go. So I need you to really work on that a little more. All right. Thank you. Good job.